I have you here on the boat to assemble a GoSun stove specialized clamp for our solar cooker so we can make it even more seaworthy.
So here's how it's done. What we want to do is put the stove and clamp it on a rail so as the boat's rocking and stuff and people are visiting, it doesn't fly off. I got a hold of Matt Gillespie from GoSun, one of the great guys there, and I told him about the clamps that they sell, they use for photography purposes. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and take off the items you don't need. This is an extra device that holds your camera. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use the nut toggle switches on the back. We're going to get rid of that. Set it aside. We're going to use just this device. You'll find a Phillips screw here. You have to take this off. It has a spring underneath it. Spring and washer. But when you take this thing out, there's a little nut inside there that can slide around. We'll get to that in a minute. You want your clamp to be about there or towards the edge, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to take my first hole and mark it right about there. So mark, drill a hole, make sure the hole's the size of the bolt. So here we go. Now we're going to measure the distance between these two holes. Two are threaded, two are not. We're going to use the threaded holes. Starting from the one for an accurate reading, it's 1 inch and 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. We're going to change bits. Change the bit to a 3/8 bit because the screw is going to slip in through here, and you notice that that doesn't slip through.
You want the screw head to be flush with this
inside
surface.
Take that, line it up with that little hole. Okay, that's all assembled. That's all you do there. Don't forget you got that 1/4 screw in there. Make sure it's centered. Which it is. This goes back on here. That's it. Now let's go up front and try it out. So here's our stove. We brought it out. We've got our clamp. You come up here. You clamp it on. It takes a really firm grip. This handle, you can take it and put it any position you want after you tighten it up by pulling it out and reposition it. So I make it good and tight, move it all the way, and start cooking. If you want the sun changes, you can lift this up and rotate it to match the sun.